There's a car you never bought, and for some reason you still think about it, years later. It wasn't about the car, not really. It was about the life you thought the car meant. And that life doesn't exist, but part of you is still waiting for it. Maybe it was a Mustang, a 240Z, an E30, a Charger, a specific year, a specific color. You didn't buy it because you couldn't afford it, or the timing was wrong, or life happened. And you told yourself you'd get one later, but later never came. So why does your brain keep replaying it like a movie you can't stop watching? Because it was never about the car, it was about the version of your life you attached to it. And your brain is grieving an unlived life, not a missing vehicle. Most people shame themselves for this. They say, it's just a car, get over it. But that dismissal is wrong. Your brain is doing something deeply human and completely normal. Psychologists call this an aspirational self-attachment. The car became a symbol of who you were trying to become: freedom, success, independence, reinvention, belonging. The car carried all of it. So when you didn't buy it, your brain didn't just lose a purchase, it lost a possible future. And possible futures, the ones we emotionally invested in, can hurt just as much as real ones. This is also why it comes back at weird moments, driving past a similar one, seeing it online, a song, a smell. Your brain is not trying to torture you. It is trying to complete an unfinished emotional story. And until it finds some kind of closure, it keeps the bookmark right there. There are 3 psychological forces making this car stick in your head. The first is loss aversion. Humans feel losses roughly twice as intensely as equivalent gains. Missing this car feels bigger than buying a fine replacement. The second force is scarcity. The specific year, color, condition, price window. Your brain treats it like a one-time chance. Even if 10 similar cars exist now, your brain files this one as the one that got away, irreplaceable. The third force is autobiographical possible selves. The car became a time machine to a version of you still long to be. That longing is not shallow. It is often your deepest values asking for attention: freedom, healing, starting over, becoming. Here's the part nobody says out loud. Sometimes you don't miss the car. You miss the person you were when you wanted it. Younger, more hopeful, before the divorce, before the layoffs, before the diagnosis, before life broke your heart a little bit. The car became a container for that hope. So when you think about the car, you are actually touching that old hope. That is not delusion. That is grief with better branding. So what do you do with it? You don't get over it by shaming yourself. You give it a job. Ask yourself, what value was I trying to build by wanting that car? Freedom, a fresh start, proof I made it. Then find a way to build that value now, not necessarily by buying that exact car. Because the car was a symbol. Symbols can point you somewhere. They are terrible destinations. And if you truly still want that exact car, and it is actually available and healthy for your life, fine. But don't buy it to resurrect a dead version of your past. Buy it because it genuinely serves the person you are choosing to become today. So, if this is you, if there is a car you never bought that still shows up in your head, I need you to hear this clearly. You are not shallow. You are not materialistic. You are a human being with a memory and a heart. That car was standing in for something sacred to you, a hope, a promise you made to yourself, a future you desperately needed. You don't have to erase it. You have to translate it. What was the value? What was the promise? What is one small, real way you can honor that promise this week? Because the goal was never the car. The goal was the life the car represented. You can still build that life. And if you're brave enough, tell me in the comments, what was the car you never bought? I bet you're not the only one. And what it meant to you is still worth honoring. The cars change, the roads change, but what you were reaching for when you wanted that car is still yours to build. If this made you feel seen, subscribe to The Garage Therapist. We go deeper into the psychology behind what car people feel but never get the words for. And seriously, tell me in the comments, what was the car you never bought? I bet you're not the only one. And what it meant to you is still worth honoring.